Many of our staff are understandably worried. Non-incorporated colleges have a much poorer history of terms and conditions and job security. Are we going to be facing compulsory redundancies like Argyll College? We just don't know, and that's not good for our morale or the service we provide, or ultimately for our students. We need to feel confident that our voices will continue to be heard and that national bargaining and national agreements will be supported and respected. And right now it feels like that's at risk.
I'm Anne-Marie Harley. I'm one of the national reps for EIS FELA, and I want to talk to you about Shetland College. Education is our future, which is why it forms a major part of any government's policy manifesto. It's therefore inconceivable that any part of our education system should be taken out of a democratic, accountable process that leaves learning driven by profit rather than sound educational need. This union has fought to secure a set of national terms and conditions for staff and GTCS registration, which recognises lecturer professionalism. Lecturers' working conditions are students' learning conditions, and as such, they deserve better than a postcode lottery. A student in Shetland College should have equal access to a quality education that is open and transparent and subject to professional standards, no profit.
In April 2020, the Shetland Islands Council and Shetland UHI Shadow Board approved a ministerial measure business case that recommended that Shetland College was taken out of public hands. The first time a college in Scotland that was going to happen to. Scottish Funding Council were extremely involved in that decision-making process. In fact, they had recommended to the Shetland UHI Shadow Board that the new merged college would be non-incorporated. In addition, the Scottish Funding Council had agreed a timeline that included Scottish Government-led public consultation. Now that was then changed and taken out of the process, and that public consultation never ever happened. The question I'd like to pose, therefore, is who are the Scottish Funding Council accountable to?
The transfer of Shetland College from public ownership to private ownership can only be detrimental to education. This move, the first of its kind, is extremely worrying, not least because it removes the scrutiny that an incorporated body would have and their accountability to Parliament. A company limited by guarantee will focus on profitability and not educational values. This must be returned to public ownership where all further education belongs.